A cautionary tale about an email that I received over the summer, and it looked very legitimate. It came into my personal account. It headed with the BBC, so it all looked completely, as you would expect. But it had an attachment with it, right? I opened up the email. Thankfully, I didn't open the attachment. If I had have done, I've been told it would have encrypted 7,500 of my files in 2 minutes, and the only way to retrieve that information was to pay a ransom.
How much?
Well, I don't know. I didn't get that far. Thankfully, I deleted the whole thing before it started, but those emails are out there, and it's been very real for me.
They are, and as Dom explains, well, as Matt said, Matt is far from the only one getting emails like that.
Stolen data, international criminal gangs and ransom demands. It may sound like a far-fetched plot in a tele-detective show, but think again. It's estimated that about 1 million people last year were targeted by online criminals, who not only took control of their computers, but also all the precious data that was on it. And the only way to get it back was to pay a huge ransom. And it could happen to you. Just ask Ken Main. He owns this hair salon in Glasgow. And one Monday, his working week started with a nasty shock.
We'd been hacked. There was a screenshot left on the computer telling us that the information had been encrypted and that we had to pay money to get it back.
A ransom?
A ransom.
This message was left on Ken's computer by cyber crooks who planted a virus called ransomware, designed to lock victims out of their own computer files.
Documents that we've had for the 15, 16 years in business, contracts, all sorts of things, gone.
The hacker appeared to be based in Russia and demanded Ken pay €1,000 to get his files unlocked.
First thing is fear and panic. Am I going to lose my business?
Did you pay the ransom?
Yes, we did.
Did you get your system back online?
We have a system back online, but not what we originally had. We lost 80% of the information.
Ken doesn't know for sure how or why he was targeted. Software security researchers claim there are around 26,000 different types of ransomware viruses out there. And the cyber criminals will use every single trick in the book to get their ransomware onto your computer. Ransomware can be hidden in legitimate-looking emails. Sally Taylor's the CEO of an arts charity that works with prisoners. Earlier this year, it received some worrying calls from supporters.
All of a sudden, the phones went crazy with people ringing us to say, had we sent them an invoice attached to an email with their addresses on, demanding money.
It was a bogus email encouraging people to click on a link containing a ransomware virus, a common trick.
We had no idea how many more people were out there who had received these emails and who may indeed have clicked on the link, which of course would have been absolutely fatal.
And you need to be on guard against more than just fake emails. David M is a leading computer security researcher, and he says ransomware attacks can come from virtually anywhere. And he can show us exactly how it happens.
There are also what we would call drive-by downloads. And as the name suggests, all you're doing is visiting a perfectly innocent website, and you get infected automatically. If we look on our demo computer here, it's a Word document, and you can read it just like any other document.
But not for long. David's team have replicated a piece of ransomware and hidden it on an exact copy of the One Show website.
I can scroll around the site, and while I'm doing that, in the background, the ransomware is actually going through my drive, encrypting my PowerPoint files, my documents, my spreadsheets, my precious photos of my family. And once it's done that, it puts this clear message on the screen. I've been attacked by a virus encoder, it tells me. If I go to that document that I showed you a moment ago, and you can see actually that it's all encrypted, it's gibberish. None of my stuff is readable unless I pay the ransom.
So how do we keep ourselves safe from these online criminals? Apart from making sure your computer has the latest antivirus security in place, there's one precaution the experts swear by.
Back up your data. If you back up your data and you do fall victim to ransomware, you're not in a position of having to pay the ransom. You can just reinstall your backup.
It's a lesson Ken Main learnt the hard way.
the cost involved in rebuilding the database, pictures, artwork. It's about just under £20,000, we reckon, in terms of lost business. Just be ultra careful. It could cost you a lot of money.
Well, if you're looking for advice on how to back up your data, there's information on our website. You need to have a little read of that.
I will. I've actually looked already, to be honest with you, thank goodness.